Hello, my name is Jack McWalter, and today I'm going to talk about the debate that was put on by the Federation of Homeowners Associations here for Boca Raton. All the folks that are running in the City Council were there, and the purpose of my presentation tonight is to review some of the things that were said. I'm going to start with Emily Gentile. Nice lady. She showed her brochure where she's a member of over 15 different associations. The one thing that I missed on here, and something I'm going to have to ask her, is she's not a member of Save the Beaches. Miss Gentile is from the island, and I would think that would be a major, one of the major issues that she'd want to talk about. Also, she mentioned something about the firemen, and actually it was perceived that she was attacking the firemen. Which I don't quite understand, because she got the largest number of boos I've ever heard at a debate such as this. Then she mentioned that the 15,000 residents on this island wanted a big fancy restaurant on the Wildflower deal, and she implied that 29,387 people that voted for it were stupid. I don't understand how she would do that. And then the last thing that she mentioned was that she said that she went out and got $1.8 million to do a study regarding the tri-rail that's going to go in a military trail. And the residents in all the Midtown, I think there's about 10,000 of them, they don't understand where she stands on this whole issue. And I think in a prior presentation, I talked about 2,500 boxes going into their neighborhoods, and there's an extreme concern as to that whole issue. The next person I want to talk about is Mr. Thompson. I think you all know he's only lived here 6 months. He's never voted in an election. All those types of things. But there's 3 words that he said that captures where Mr. Thompson stands. He said, "Build or die." I think that ought to depict exactly where he is with this overdevelopment that we're looking at now, which is on steroids. The next thing he said, which caused the second largest number of boos I've ever heard of, is that he said that Andrea O'Rourke is responsible for all the traffic problems in this city. I mean, he got the largest number of boos, almost as large as Miss Gentile. Then he said that he was a traffic expert, a civil engineer, and his solution to all these traffic problems in the city is one-way traffic on Federal and Dixie. He didn't say which way, but I just thought that solution has to be a little bit absurd. I mean, that's going to solve all the problems in this city. The third person I want to talk about is Mayor Haney. I think in prior commentaries that I've made, when I tried to connect her to the donations from developers from Tallahassee and from New York and New Jersey, and obviously I can't do that because she's voted yes 3,714 times. Regarding the development in Boca Raton over the last 15 years. Then she talked about bringing $170 million to the city. Bring home the bacon type stuff. That's okay. I'm just surprised she didn't take credit for FAU and the airport. I'd like to know why she didn't talk about when she went to Tallahassee with another group of people and convinced the state to take away the rights of the people in Boca Raton to object to these ordinances like the one coming down on the Midtown rezoning. I just don't understand why she didn't talk about that. And then finally, if she goes up to the county commission office, county commission, and meets up there, I would be surprised if people greet her as, "Hello, Commissioner Haney." The rumors are so strong that she's replacing Steve Abrams next year. I mean, why didn't she talk about that? She denied that she would ever. That would never happen. In 3 years I'm going to serve my full term. Okay, yeah, maybe she will. We'll see. The next person I want to talk about is Al Sicaro. He has 4 simple items on his platform. If he's elected mayor of this city, no more lies, no more collusion with developers, transparent issues will be solved, and no more conspiracies in City Hall. 4 simple items that describes Mr. Sicaro. And if you want to see all the solutions that he's going to provide, all you have to do is go out to his website, SiccaroForBoca.com, and you'll get everything that you need to know about. Now I want to talk about a conversation I just had with a friend of mine, and regarding the Midtown crisis as they view it. These people think that they get a chance to vote on this ordinance. And when I explained to them that that right was taken away from them with Mayor Haney's help, they were shocked. I told them that there's no vote. What you're going to do is that this thing will surface right after the election, and it's going to go to the Planning and Zoning Board. They're going to approve it, and then it's going to go to the City Council. They're going to approve it, and that's it. You're done. Then the projects will show up, and then you have to go through the same thing. You have no rights involved in this whole deal. The only right that you have is on March 14th. You got to vote. You got to get involved because after that, your chances are done. In my opinion, forever. This city will be gone after March 14th if we don't get the right people into office. He was shocked, absolutely shocked. The next topic I want to talk about is gutter politics. This used to be a family city. I remember the biggest argument that we ever had, and I remember being in the meeting 10, 15, 20 years ago because I was a soccer coach and a baseball coach and a football coach when all my kids were growing up. The biggest argument we had in this city is whether we should put more soccer fields or baseball fields up at Red Reef Park and Sugar Sand. That was our biggest argument. But now we've got gutter politics been introduced by some of the people on this city council. I remember sitting in front of a TV 4 or 5 years ago and seeing a TV ad come on about a nice young man who worked for the fire department, and it was actually filthy trash and lies to destroy this young man who was on the city council. I was shocked, and a lot of us were shocked. And I'll tell you another thing, this gutter politics has gotten worse. Just recently, there's been attacks on some of the people running in this city for the city council. A situation where his wife died, family squabble over money, and how is that relevant to this issue of people running for this city council? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just shocked at the gutter politics that are going on in the city, and I think the people in this city ought to get mad and do something about it. So what I'm going to do, and I have a lot more here to talk about, but I just don't have the time to talk about it. But let me summarize it, and I'm going to read things. How dare you steal our soul? That's what a lot of people think with what's going on in this city. They're stealing our soul. This used to be a family community, and now we're involved with people in gutter politics, outsiders coming into this city, telling us how to run it. The second item, how dare we use fear and intimidation, both to the people that in past campaigns. I'll give you an example. They take pictures of people's houses and they post them on the internet. They follow them and take pictures of their families. I mean, what's that all about? The last one is how dare you developers call us old and stupid? I'm disgusted with what's going on, and I think if you're viewing this, the smart thing for you to do is to share this with everybody you know in Boca Raton. You got to get involved, because once this election goes past on March 14th, you're done. This city is done. All the traffic problems and everything in the east is going to flow right into your communities out west. Thank you very much. This is Jack McWalter.